Welcome back to this edition of the Daily Show, part of our Firecast presentation by the Kentucky Valley Educational Cooperative, and we're at the National Summit for Micro-Credentials, and we have a lady here who's got a lot of expertise in that basic area, Cyndy Stephens from Atlanta, Georgia. Right now she's part of the Leadership and Educator Effectiveness Group, and then you've been very active doing some other things in professional standards and all that. So Cyndy, tell us a little bit about your background and what you have done and what you're doing now.
An important thing about my background is that I was not an educator by training. I became an educator I was working with a group that liaisons severely emotionally disturbed kids back into school systems, and what we got was, we can't do that, it sounds good, but. So I became an educator really to show educators why they could do it, and it took me 2 weeks to find out how hard the job really was. So I stayed on this side. I have been a principal, assistant principal, central office director, Department of Education, Professional Standards Commission, and now doing what I'm doing, which is directing a national nonprofit to work with leaders in schools and districts that are hard to staff and high need.
And so what basically is the goal of your nonprofit now?
To improve the capacity of school and district leaders to address the needs of the children that are in schools that are high minority, high need, hard to staff, and too often low performing.
Okay. Cyndy, what have you learned thus far? The summit's not over yet, but what have you learned thus far?
I've been interested in micro-credentials for some years now and have participated in Digital Promise sessions over the last couple of years. Having done work with Rob Brown in the past and knowing his commitment to improving the practice of teachers and leaders, I was excited to come here and learn what KVAC is doing. I believe that you here are ahead of most other areas of the country and programs, and really reaching to the needs of teachers and leaders to meet the needs of all children.
What are the value and is the value of micro-credentials?
Micro-credentials offers not a new way, but a different way of involving and having buy-in from educators to improve their practice. It offers an embedded skill, particularly the way that KVAC is forming their program, an embedded skills opportunity to assess their current practice, identify what the future state should look like, and then set about the priorities of improvement that will most importantly impact their children.
The nonprofit that you direct, is there a particular service area, or do you do that throughout the nation?
We're working with states and schools nationally.
Okay. Well, that's going to be and of course here, we have Eastern Kentucky. We have high poverty rates, high unemployment rates, and some very special challenges because of funding.
Yes.
So, what do you see the future of micro-credentials? Where do you see where this could be here in the next few years?
If we're smart, we'll be cautionary, but also if we're smart, we won't hold back. So having that balance of what's going to be cautionary to assure that quality is there, but also not to hold back so that we miss an opportunity that most other professions have been involved in for a very long period of time. If we look at how doctors certify, recertify, do their CEU, then we would have a gauge that would tell us that we can do that with education too. But I see the future in groups like this one having investment and creating the investment for those who support education to understand that there are many, many ways that we can demonstrate skill and build it at the same time.
Okay, and it's all about kids, and so this is a way just to help our teachers and other educational leaders better serve them.
Exactly.
Okay. Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I'm glad I'm here.